Danny Flexen here for Seconds Out at the new Peacock Gym. Things changing all the time, but some things stay the same. One of them, hopefully after Saturday night, will be Daniel Dubois' unbeaten record. How you doing?
I'm good, feeling good, man. Ready for Saturday night and feeling confident.
You haven't spent much time in this gym yet. I know they're not moving your full training camps here until after this fight. Martin was telling us earlier. What do you make of it, though, as an observer and having worked out here today?
It's another gym, but it's good to be in a fresh new place and, hit new bags and just a new atmosphere. I've been in a cellar in Peacock for a long time now, so it's good to be out in the open, see the light coming through. It just reminds me of some of my, old amateur gyms I used to train at.
You moved around a lot as an amateur, you trained in a lot of different clubs. What does that give to you when you move to a new place? Does it give you kind of fresh impetus and enthusiasm?
Yeah, it's a movement again, as you said, my amateur career was different places, so, we haven't left the same teams when we're just moving a new gym. So, it's been a fresh start and enjoy country air and out of the city now.
Tell us what fight week looks like for you in terms of being in the gym, because obviously you're not sparring anymore. You had your last spar last week. What sort of things will you be doing day to day in the gym now?
Just a light workout now, speed workouts, and just going, keeping the blood flowing and keeping the muscles warm, and just not getting stale. Just making sure I'm just in the motions and I'm ready to go to work on Saturday night.
You live boxing, you love it, you're obsessed with it in a good way. Yeah. Is it hard to kind of rein you in a little bit, especially on fight week when you need to taper down and rest? Is it hard for you to kind of hold back a bit?
Not anymore. I don't know. I'm enjoying sleeping and resting now more than ever. So, I'm getting older, I'm getting more mature, and I'm getting, the hang of this now. So I'm getting more professional and wiser, I think.
It's been remarked upon by a number of people that you seem to be growing in terms of your musculature as well. Has that been a conscious decision to bulk up, or is it just an inevitable consequence of getting older?
I must be getting older.
Not doing more weights or anything like that?
No, I haven't been really touching weights for this fight. I've just, we've got just doing little light work, pull-ups and stuff, but it must be, time's changing, It's harder to lose the weight as well. I find now, but I'll still be the same fighter, same, maybe even better than I was.
What's it like being the only heavyweight in the gym regularly when you're surrounded by stablemates who are much lighter weights, the likes of Louis Lin and Chris Borg? Even Denzel Bentley is probably the closest, and he's a middleweight.
You know what? We do have a heavyweight, Dorian. He isn't here today, but we got a heavyweight in the house. But it's interesting being able to, leading the way. I see it as leading the way.
I should apologise for forgetting Dorian Krasmaro, who apparently struggling to get fights by virtue of being your sparring partner as well. What do you make of that?
Oh man, he's got a reputation already. It's all good though. I think there's enough guys out there for him to fight, and it's just about once this boxing starts rolling again, we'll all be back in the ring performing.
You've obviously, if you come through Ricardo Snijders at the weekend, the next stop is at the end of October against Joe Joyce. Do you anticipate there being fans back in attendance by that point? And if there's not, do you think it'll affect you at all?
No, I don't think it'll affect me, fans or no fans. I'm still going to be, fighting and performing to, fight, win the fight, and when I get in there, I don't hold back. I just, I let it all go, and it might even be better for me, without the fans and less distractions. Your mind getting lost in the crowd sometimes. So we'll avoid that this time.
Does that ever happen to you, or has it happened to you maybe in amateur days, getting swayed by the crowd a little bit, getting caught up in their emotions?
Yeah, a bit, but it's all good, It was what I needed, and, sometimes the crowd can give you a boost, so it's good and different as well, so we just have to see what happens on Saturday, but I'm not really going to be focused on the fight, come what may.
When I spoke to you last week at the original Peacock, we should call it, can't get the old Peacock because it is still open, it's not dead. When I spoke to you last week, you said you were going to be tuning in to the big fight on Saturday night on Sky Sports Box Office, particularly the main event, DILLIAN WHYTE against Alexander Povetkin. At least partly because your promoter, Frank Warren, had suggested a list of fights which he could work together with Matchroom on, and one of them was you against DILLIAN WHYTE, which you welcomed. Yeah. So first of all, what did you make of the fight on Saturday night?
Well, it was a shocker. It was the way that the fight ended and the way he set it up was from a boxing fan's perspective, it was a perfect shot.
I was going to say, you're smiling. You must have liked it. You admired what you saw.
Yeah, who won't? I mean, everyone that I've seen and talked to about it has said what a shot, that was amazing. But Dillian, he's doing well. He was winning. He dropped in twice, but the Russian pulled back the clocks. He pulled back the clocks, didn't he? To do that in his 40s, and he didn't look too worn out. He looked fresh, and he was throwing sharp shots. So it shows these young boys got to step it up.
Would you have been caught by that shot? I know it's hard to say, but would you have got your head off the line? Would you have blocked it?
Well, no, I definitely wouldn't have been there to get caught by that. But it was still an impressive shot.
Do you fancy now fighting Povetkin because he came out on top, or do you think Dillian Whyte and yourself is still a viable option?
Yeah, I think Dillian Whyte and me is the better option because Povetkin he's sort of back in the mandatory for a world title now. So me and Dillian, yeah, that's better. That's more logical, and I want that fight to happen. Maybe after Joe. So we got to wait and see.
Do you have some sympathy for Dillian at all in that he stayed as not the mandatory, I should say, but the number one contender for a number of years, fighting good opposition while waiting for a title shot, and eventually it seems to have caught up with him?
Yeah. What can you say? No one goes up, another one goes down. Dillian, yeah, he's been at that level for a long time though. He's been tough and he's gotten through it with just raw ability and determination. So you got to respect that. But the better man won another, and as I said, it's Povetkin. He's on top now.
Let's get back to you. Obviously, you've got this big fight at the weekend, Ricardo Snijders. Since we last spoke, it's only a few days ago, but do you know any more about him than you did then? Have you been feverishly searching YouTube to find footage of him?
No, I haven't seen no footage of him, and I'm just ready to one night I'll figure him out quick enough and being able to adapt and do my thing. I want to get in there and just show what I can do.
Where does that come from, that ability to adapt in the ring to kind of size up your opponent very, very quickly? Because it's a great skill for any boxer to have. Is it because you've moved around so much?
Probably to do that has got something to do with it, and when you've been in this game as long as I have, from the amateurs, from a little kid growing up, you have to think quick and make decisions quick. So that helps as well, and it's all the same. A fight is a fight, and this is what I do.
You've talked a number of times about your number of years' experience in the ring. Do you see yourself kind of as a young veteran in the game?
I feel like a veteran. I don't feel young anymore. But I feel, I've got experience, plenty of it, and I just need the right fights. And once I get the ball rolling again, I'll be even better and feel even better than I do now.
And talking about your lost youth, can you drive now? Have you got a driving licence yet?
Not yet.
Still not? Last time we spoke to you, you were taking lessons. What's going on?
Man, I'm an old man. I don't drive. I don't drive, man.
You get driven?
Yeah.
Are you still taking lessons?
Not yet. I haven't started back yet, but will do soon.
Good stuff. All right, well, really appreciate your time, and best of luck at the weekend.
Thanks a lot.
Cheers, mate.